Hey guys, this is Lindsay with a country note. I am here with the Mr. Craig Wayne Boyd. What's so your hair? But you covered up your hair.
Well, you know.
Your hair has its own Twitter. That shocks me.
It's a pretty funny thing. I know, and usually he gets mad if I'm wearing a hat or anything, so hey, it'll be fun.
Oh well, don't get mad today.
Bad hair day.
Bad hair day, there you go. So, if you remember, Craig Wayne Boyd, Craig won season 7 of The Voice on Team Blake. But you lived in Nashville for a really long time, so...
I have been here since 2004.
Okay.
I moved out here.
And you're from Texas?
From Mesquite, Texas.
From Mesquite, where's that? I don't know.
Right outside of Dallas.
Okay.
Kind of a suburb. Just enough, now it's grown up like crazy out there, but it was just enough country, just enough city for this guy.
Nice. So, what made you move? Like, how did you, everybody has a Nashville story. How did you even get started with music and decide, hey, I think I'm going to go to Nashville?
To run along those same lines through a bad divorce. I mean, it's the typical country song. I lost my house, I lost my job, I lost my dog. No lie, that's really what happened.
Did you write a song about it?
There's been many songs written about that. The fun part is I moved out here and within 7 months, signed a deal with EMI as a staff writer. So I jumped right into the heart of the craziness. And it's been a roller coaster journey ever since. For me, I really wanted to come out here and learn how to write songs. That was my biggest thing. And as I progressed, I realized that being an artist and being the guy that was up front was something, and being the entertainer was something that I really wanted to do. So I took that and went on the road for about 3 years, hitting every single honky-tonk around the country.
And that was why you had a publishing deal, but you didn't have a record deal.
That's right.
Yet. Okay. So, a lot of people in Nashville, and all over the country, but especially in Nashville, they're here for years, they're trying to make it, they're trying to get deals. All of these reality shows are popping up, all of these talent shows. Some are jumping on the bandwagon, some don't. What made you decide that you wanted to go audition for The Voice?
I had tried just about every other way to be noticed or be more than just, hey, you're that guy, and when the opportunity arose to go audition for The Voice, I was way down on my luck again, and on the bottom side of one of those roller coaster things that go on in the music industry, and to me that was the right choice to do at that point in my life. It's like, why not? You have the opportunity to take what you do and what your passion is and literally be in, 10 to 15 million people's homes weekly, doing what you love.
And
why would you not go do that?
Right. No, I hear you. So you got on The Voice, you had 2 chairs turned around. It was Pharrell and Blake,
That's
I
right.
believe.
Mm-hmm.
And then I know during the course of the season, you kind of got tossed all over the place.
I did. I would like to think that I'm Gwen and Blake's love child.
Oh, right.
I was the first part of them, right?
That's where the hair comes from.
Yeah, exactly. I was on both teams at different times, and Gwen stole me from Blake, and then Blake stole me back from Gwen. So I think there's something there, right?
Yeah.
I can take credit for this.
Totally. When you are picking out the songs for those shows, is it you that are picking them out? Is it how does that even work? How do you decide what you're gonna do?
It was a collaborative effort between Blake and I. Okay. I had ideas of what I wanted to do, and some of those ideas he went with, and actually the majority of those ideas he went with. It was more the order and when we would choose to do certain songs and what kind of impact we could do with those. He is as funny of a guy and laid back as he comes across. He is an extremely smart individual. I mean, look at his own career. I mean, he knows how to pick songs. The guy does. And I feel like that's something that I've been learning and have learned from him is about working on new music and picking the right things to put out.
Okay, so one of my favorite songs that you did is actually an ode hymn. It's the old Red Cross.
Yes, the old Red Cross.
So that makes me wonder, because I feel like everybody's coming out now with gospel albums. Reba just dropped a gospel album. Hillary Scott just did, Christian. Do you have plans? Would you ever consider doing a gospel or Christian album?
I don't know if I would doing a gospel album right now.
Okay.
But definitely I have friends in the Christian market that you maybe see some collaborations here real soon.
That's exciting. So speaking of real soon.
I will say that it's in the works.
Okay, alright. So it's a good phrase to use. Speaking of real soon, you finished The Voice, and now fast forward a few years later, what happened between finishing The Voice and now? What's been going on with you?
Well, coming off of The Voice, we were put on a label that was not quite ready for us, I don't think, and so we chose to part ways amicably. And I really concentrated on going back out to those people that were the ones that voted for me and made my dreams come true at that point, and go out and play in shows for them. And we spent, we did 200 plus dates.
So you've done more
first
performing
year.
than you have writing? Or
Absolutely.
Are you still doing writing as well?
As of the past 6 months or so, I've been writing again. But mainly went out and performed. We went out and entertained people. That's what, that's part of what I love to do. And we had a group of songs that we were looking to put out an album, and none of that was kind of quite came together, and I'm like, all right, Craig, we're gonna have to start working on this again. So that's what we've been doing, and we are days away from announcing a new single.
I'm so excited because you are now on a new label.
That's
you are
right.
on Reviver, which, if you're a fan of Low Cash, and both of us love Chris and Preston, they're on the same label.
Well, I don't know if you remember this or not, but I was a little long-haired dude playing bass guitar for those guys back in around 2005 or 6. One of the many hats that I wore.
Wait, what?
Yes.
How did I not know that? I don't know if I knew that.
I've been all over the place. But yes, I have played
Craig,
bass
you're
guitar.
like a little leprechaun. You just sneak in everywhere.
I find where I'm needed, and that was one of the things. I moved to town with a bass rig. I've been playing bass guitar since I was 6, 7 years old.
Okay.
So they had an opportunity to go out and play, and I was like, yeah, let's do that. And incidentally, on those shows, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Adam Craig had played guitar on some of that stuff.
Love Adam Craig.
But yeah, Adam Craig and I moved to town the same week.
Isn't that crazy though?
It's,
how this town comes full circle.
It is.
Have you ever noticed that? It's a city, but it's this really small town, and I feel like everything loops around and everybody intertwines. And
I'm very excited for a lot of my buddies that are out there. I guess I moved to town, and they were kind of the class before me was Randy Hauser, Lee Brice, and Jared Newman, and Jamie Johnson, and all of that crew was kind of the guys that we looked up to. And then we had myself and Adam Craig and Josh Thompson and a few of us that kind of hung together. And Low Cash. It was crazy. So it's fun to see how this town operates.
so, what are your plans now going forward? We talked a little bit about CMA Fest because it's coming up, and it's the biggest week of the year. Hello.
Yeah, we of course the label is going to have a booth, and that we'll be signing at a couple of times during the week. I'll be at the Rover booth, I believe, one day. And then we are kicking off on Thursday, I believe, at 10:30 in the morning. So you have to, wipe the sleepies out.
Yeah, that's right.
Wipe the sleepies out. I do it, so come on. And you guys come down and join us. I think we're kicking off at the Hard Rock stage for the whole week.
That's an awesome stage. So, you said you had some new music in the works. Any hints you want to give us besides that?
Oh my goodness, I
preview?
can't tell you yet. But I'll be leaving here shortly and going to the studio and trying to get some of this new stuff done. My brain hurts, I can tell you that. I've been listening to. It's hard to take yourself from being the writer and then put yourself in the artist position and then be objective for the songs that have been your babies. So you take all your friends' songs and you take your babies and combine them together and try to put the best light on it.
So are you going back out on the road for the summer? Are you staying in town? What's the schedule?
I will be all over the place.
All over the place.
We have quite a few shows, fairs and festivals that are booked right now, and we're in talks with maybe hooking up on a new tour for the fall.
It's super exciting. How do you manage it all? Because you have 2 little kids at home. By the way, your kids are so adorable.
It's a big balance between being daddy and being the musician. It's my dad or my son called it. He's like, he sees me put the suit jacket on or whatever, and he's like, "You're Craig Wayne Boyd now." He's like, "Yeah, well, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm dad."
Yeah. Do you have any plans to go back on The Voice as a mentor or?
I have been invited the past 2 seasons to come back out there, and I just hadn't felt like it was the right time yet because I wanted to get new music ready and be prepared to give everyone what they're looking for before we go do something like that. Because if I just went out there and performed another song, then that's exactly what it is. When we perform another song, we can play shows all over the country and do that.
Right.
I want to go out and do something big for everyone, and we're geared up to do that now.
What would you say to all of your fans that are going to watch this and that follow you on Twitter and follow your hair on Twitter?
First and foremost, I have to say, #y'allers, you guys are the best. And thank you so much for being supportive and sticking with me. This journey is not an easy one to go down, but thank you so much for sticking with me, and I promise you I'm not going to let you down. It's going to be good.
It's going to be real good. I'm excited. We're excited at the Country Note. Thank you so much for stopping by.
I appreciate it.
In the beautiful Hutton Hotel and hanging out with us. And
Wonderful.
taking time out of your schedule. So everybody, obviously you can check out his website. You can follow him on the socials.
Yes.
You're on Twitter all the
Best
time.
way to do it is go to CraigWayneBoyd.com. From there you can find all things Craig Wayne Boyd. That's me.
Thank you so much.
Awesome.
I love it. All right, guys. Check back with us later, and we'll have some more interviews coming up. We will see y'all later. Bye.